right, so hey everybody, welcome back to DRM News Global. And today we're diving into something that's really caught the internet's attention.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's those recent London sightings with Tom Cruise and Ana de Armas.
Right?
First, we had that takeout situation back in February, like February 13th in Soho.
Hmm.
Remember those photos popping up everywhere?
Oh, yeah, with fans and then...
Yeah, they were seen like hopping in a taxi together, right?
Yep.
And then boom, just last week, March 14th, they're spotted again this time, arriving at the London heliport by helicopter.
At night, no less, right?
Yeah, late at night.
It just adds to the whole mystery.
Of course it does. Everyone's buzzing. Are they a couple? Is this a new Hollywood romance?
The speculation's wild.
Exactly. And that's what we're here to untangle today on DRM News Global. We're going to dig into the actual facts, the reports from places like People Magazine, Fox News Digital, and see if we can piece together what's really going on beyond just the headlines.
Yeah, separating fact from fiction, always a good mission, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's rewind back to that first sighting in Soho. Remember, People Magazine had that insider source who gave some insight.
Yeah, what was their take?
Well, they made it sound pretty professional. Like a business center agents were there, talk about potential collaborations down the line. And that source was very clear, no romantic connection, just friends.
Okay, so just a standard Hollywood networking dinner.
Right. That's what it seemed like at first.
Happens all the time in this town. Agents always hustling, trying to set up their clients.
Exactly. A dinner can be a good way to have those conversations in a more relaxed setting.
For sure, keeps it low-key.
But then comes the helicopter arrival.
Yeah, that definitely throws a wrench into the just friends narrative.
Right. It just feels more dramatic, more secretive.
And what did People Magazine say about that one?
Their source confirmed Cruz de Armas and director Doug Lyman were all there working on an upcoming project.
Ah, Doug Lyman. So that's where the helicopter comes in.
Makes sense, right? He's known for action-packed films.
It's exactly. Edge of Tomorrow, American-made, both with Cruise. They've got that working relationship.
Yeah, so maybe this London thing was just another project meeting.
Could be, but they were pretty vague about what this upcoming project actually is.
That's true. The mystery continues.
It always does in Hollywood.
So let's bring in some expert opinions, because Fox News Digital talked to celebrity matchmaker Alessandra Conti and Damona Hoffman from the Dates and Meets.
Interesting. Always good to get different perspectives.
Right, and they both seem to think there could be something romantic brewing here.
Really? So they're not buying the just friends story?
Not entirely. Conti especially pointed out how private both Cruz and de Armas are.
That's true. They don't exactly air their laundry out in public.
Yeah, and think about Cruz's past relationships, especially his marriage to and very public divorce from Katie Holmes.
Right after that whole ordeal, I bet he's extra careful about who he's seen with.
Conti's thinking is that if he's willing to be seen publicly with de Armas like this, it has to be something serious.
Makes you wonder if he's trying to send a message.
Maybe. So Conti even said being seen with de Armas is a huge deal for Cruz.
Wow, strong words.
She didn't stop there. She actually thinks they're incredibly compatible and could be a lasting Hollywood match.
A lasting Hollywood match. Bold prediction.
It is, but Conti knows this world. She understands how image and appearances matter in Hollywood.
True, and she also pointed out something I found interesting. Their shared strong work ethic and tenacity.
Right, neither of them are what you'd call Nepo babies.
Exactly. They both had to work their way up. Cruz especially started with nothing, and de Armas had the extra hurdle of breaking into English language films after coming from Cuba.
It's a good point. They both know what it takes to succeed in a really tough industry.
That shared experience could definitely create a bond.
And Damona Hoffman from the Dates and Mates had similar thoughts about their compatibility.
Yeah.
She highlighted their talent, their high energy, and their success in action roles.
Makes sense. They're both drawn to that kind of high-stakes world.
Exactly. And Hoffman really emphasized their adventurous personalities and how driven they are in their careers.
Yeah, Cruz with his insane stunts and Armas pushing herself to new heights, they both seem to embrace challenges.
And remember, de Armas has publicly admired Cruz's dedication to his stunt work, though she did say something like, "I'm not at a Tom Cruise level yet."
With the laugh, probably.
Probably so. They definitely share that love for the action genre.
Sounds like a lot of common ground. But Hoffman also brought up some potential roadblocks.
Oh yeah, some big ones actually, like de Armas wanting to stay out of the spotlight.
Right. That move to Vermont in 2024 was a pretty clear statement.
She wanted a safe space away from the craziness of LA.
And she talked about how the attention surrounding her relationship with Ben Affleck was just horrible.
Yeah, she said LA keeps you anxious and there's no escape. So how could she date someone as famous as Tom Cruise and expect to keep a low profile?
It seems impossible, like it would just amplify the scrutiny.
Exactly. Hoffman thinks that need for privacy could be a deal breaker.
And then there's the Scientology thing. Cruise is deeply involved. Armas, not so much.
Right. It's been reported that his beliefs have caused problems in past relationships.
Yeah, that kind of fundamental difference can be a real challenge.
And we can't forget the age difference either.
Hmm.
26 years is a significant gap.
People definitely notice that.
But Conti pointed out that the Armas has dated older men before Ben Affleck was 16 years older than her.
True, maybe she's comfortable with age gaps?
Conti thinks so. She basically said that in Hollywood, these kinds of age differences aren't that unusual, and De Armas at 36 is mature enough to handle it.
It's an interesting contrast. Hoffman didn't really focus on the age difference itself, but more on how their lives and careers might be at different stages.
Right, and she even brought up the idea that as Cruise eventually moves away from those leading action roles, things could shift if De Armas's career keeps skyrocketing.
Makes you think about how dynamics can change within a relationship, especially in Hollywood, where ego and success are so intertwined.
But let's not forget the positives. Both Conti and Hoffman agreed. They have a lot of shared experience and resilience.
Yeah, that whole working their way up in Hollywood thing. They both know what it takes to make it.
And Hoffman liked that they both managed to be charming and mysterious.
Keeping some things private must be important to both of them.
Exactly, especially with all the attention they
Since
get.
they have upcoming projects too, right?
Oh yeah, busy schedules for both of them.
Yeah,
Cruise has Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning coming out in May.
can't wait for that one.
And De Armas is in Ballerina, that John Wick spinoff releasing in June.
Wow, they're both on fire career-wise.
Definitely at the top of their game, but also super busy. Imagine trying to fit a relationship into those crazy schedules.
It would take a lot of effort and understanding from both sides.
For sure. And then there's that big space movie project we've all been hearing about.
Oh, yeah, the one with Doug Liman.
One and only Cruise has been teasing it for like 5 years now.
I remember that. Was it Universal Pictures who confirmed it?
Yeah, an executive named Donna Langley. She said they're planning to actually film in space, maybe even a spacewalk.
Ambitious much.
Tom Cruise does nothing halfway. And just last year, he confirmed the project is still in the works.
Wow, that's dedication.
So maybe this mysterious London project is related to the space movie.
It would make sense. Cruise and Lyman working together again, and De Armas could be joining the team.
Imagine a space movie with Tom Cruise and Ana de Armas.
The rumors would go into overdrive.
Totally. So let's wrap up what we've learned today on DRM News Global.
All right, hit me with the highlights.
Well, those London sightings definitely fueled the romance rumors.
No surprise there. The internet loves a good love story.
But People magazine's sources suggested it was more about a new project with Doug Liman.
Right, and we've got those expert opinions to consider too.
Yeah, Conti thinks they could be a great match, pointing to their compatibility and work ethic.
But Hoffman brought up those potential deal breakers. The privacy issue, Scientology, and the age gap.
So the romance is still speculation, but the collaboration with Doug Liman, that's confirmed.
Seems like we'll have to wait and see what develops.
Exactly. But it's exciting to think about these two huge talents working together, especially with a director like Liman, who's known for pushing boundaries.
Maybe it'll be an incredible film, or maybe something unexpected will happen in their personal lives.
Who knows? But we'll definitely be keeping an eye on it here at DRM News Global. And for you listening, think about this. How much of what we see with celebrities is real, and how much is carefully crafted for the cameras?
Good question.
It's a world of smoke and mirrors.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's hard to know what's genuine and what's just for show.
makes you think.
It does. And that's something to keep in mind long after our discussion today. Thanks for joining us on DRM News Global.
See you next time.